Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
I'll follow up with Oric.
That sounds like a good idea. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Yeah, you're in the bar. Isn't that a beer you're drinking?
Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Beer doesn't count. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
I'll take a look at him.
Okay. And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it'd be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Better if you weren't involved.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
Nope, you're free to go. Alright, let's go to... just over here, I guess.
Hey, pal.
Hi.
Hey there.
Hey.
You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
What are you selling?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Yeah, I've noticed as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
I'd like to ask you questions about Birdie.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
Freelance inspector, brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring any trouble, I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Birdie. So what?
Birdie with you the night of Halcyon Helen's was killed.
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Heard you taught him some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
How do you know Birdie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
What do you mean tossball does things to the head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
So, let's go to the jail. Oh, that's a crapper.
Don't think I know you. What do you want?
I like boneless bratwurst.
Yep, that sure is the passphrase, even if it is dumb as hell. What's Dash's plan?
Alright, mark for the item retrieval. Tell me what you know and where I'm going.
You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
Alright, I'm off. Let's get that one pulled up here. Oh, I think it was over in this area in the first place. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here safe.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Over here. Oh. No.
You're back, I see. Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing. Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe.
Got the cargo. What next?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
And where's that? Delivery? Oh, no. Probably could have just went up from the top.
Welcome back. The Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry is just as standard and unremarkable as when you left it.
A shipment of something for you.
A shipment, you say? The only shipment I'm expecting is 100 pounds of salt tuna a week from now. And I certainly don't expect it to be brought by an inspector.
I like boneless bratwurst.
Is that supposed to be some kind of code phrase? It has no nuance, no subtlety. Sticks out like a bent nail. A constable could detect that from the other side of Eridanos. I learn about secret codes in my off time. For fun. It's never anything that I actually need to use, mind.
You already know why I'm here. What do you want to know what I've brought? Know if you're not turning in or shooting you.
Fair play. Again, terribly sorry about all that. Potentially killing paying customers is terrible business sense. Follow me to the back. All right. So, as you can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. Welcome to my black market. Whatever you're here for, weapons, information, contraband, cane and ointment, I've got it. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you weren't with the constable. But seeing how you're a freelancer, I hope I ain't got nothing to worry about.
You won't. I can be trusted.
Good. A worthy freelancer is hard to find. Since you're in the know, you can access my black market stocks. Though, you'll have to come by later. I'm waiting on my next shipment. Here's your pay. Good doing business with you, especially seeing how you didn't take this to the constable. Would have been a mighty pain in my tail end.
Let's take a look at your stock. Yeah. Yeah. I think you just get garbage. That's a machine gun. Not it. Oh, not saying. All right. Okay, so we gotta go down.
Hope the job's coming along well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
One package of questionable goods delivered as signed for.
Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled.
Thoughts are pain in my butt. Stop commenting. Excellent. Divvy up the payment 3 ways. We consider the matter settled. Yeah, why not?
Thank the law. Should be just enough to get Cass out of her damn cell. I guess breaking even is better than leaving with your partner in the clink. You might not be Hawthorne, but you can sure resolve a problem like he could. Maybe better. Thanks again for all your help.
Perfect. All right. Or to Ludovico. Okay. Activity. Speak with Woolrich? Speak with Woolrich. Or should we do this up here? I will speak with Woolrich and then we'll do the quest up here. Just the entrance.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll
VIP guest floor.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Seems to have been some kind of mistake when I first arrived at Grand Colonial for this unveiling. I was led to a small sitting room, and that an individual might be allowed to relax in with moderate comfort before being led to his actual quarters. It had been a week and a half, and yet no one has arrived to deliver to my actual room. If I didn't know better, I might assume this is what you meant to be my actual room. It's a week and a half. Oh boy. If I didn't know better, I might assume that you tried to play Spencer Woolworth, star of hundreds of serials in the Hero Aetherwave. The Aetherwave sets colony-wide in a room where one can hardly walk from one end to the other without bumping his toe on the foot of his bed or shoulder upon the desk. Might I even assume that Ruth Bellamy was placed in the Grand Colonial penthouse suite on purpose rather than by mistake. But I'm sure the issue will be rectified soon, and our positions will be swapped. We won't try to tell him anything to the contrary. New room urgently demanded. Mr. Woolrich. While the Grand Colonial staff understand your consternation at being placed on the VIP guest level of the Grand Colonial, we're afraid that that was no mistake. Ruth Bellamy, as current spokesman to the Spectrum Brown unveiling, is currently slated to have the penthouse suite. An actress of her station deserves only the best. The VIP guest floor comes in very close as the second best section of the hotel. The penthouse suite is only about twice as large as your current lodgings and amenities. It provides are only perhaps 3 or 4 times better than those of access to now. Current lodgings are proper for an actor of your caliber. If you have any other requests, be sure to respond to them after we get Miss Bellamy. Yes, safety. We're sure you no doubt you heard the horrible events occurred at the Grand Colonial Ballroom earlier today. While we know many of you are concerned for your safety, I think we've heard that.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrorray, blood, terrorray, unidentifiable biological fluids, terrorray.
What were those substances added later?
Yes, Inspector. Logical analysis indicates these substances were not present in the bottle's original contents.
Is it toxic?
These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress in
He
humans.
poisoned her.
Large doses can be fatal. This bottle contained Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrorray biological fluids may have significantly improved its flavor.
Well, he poisoned. I bet you that's the poison. You're talented. You are magnificent. You are a joy for others to be around. You are definitely not a 2-bit hack. You bring life to the world around you through art. Oh, the art of theater. Oh, this guy is full of himself. Ah, this is gonna be a hoot.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
You'll never take over Halcyon, you fiend.
How does the scenery taste? Good, I trust. Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Here to investigate the murder of Halcyon Helen, I'd like to ask a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something, a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
I'll make a rude gesture. How about signing this? Oh, yeah, why not?
I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Oh! Hello.
You're an idiot. Do you derive some kind of pleasure for wasting people's time?
Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in.
I'm gonna be
Now
an a-hole to
that
this
I
guy.
look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me. Back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane, the absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Oh, goody. Oh, who are you exactly?
I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
Never heard of you.
That can't be. You must just not remember. Or perhaps you only recognize my characters, not my name. Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent.
Sounds like you had quite a career.
What can I say? I've led a charmed life. Though, of course, the majority of the charm has originated from me.
I hear you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
Do you think of anyone other than the chef who would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
He wasn't killed by the poison. Or say nothing. Say nothing. Oh. Oh.
Very well, then.
I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
Found a bottle of tainted liquor. Might have something to do with your poisoning.
That, yes. Yes, I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints.
Got my eyes on you.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
I just shoot him. A few more questions about that poisoning.
Oh, must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover.
Nope, I guess I don't.
Very well, then.
About the murders?
Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Painfully, I'd say.
How awful. Whoever did this must have been quite heartless.
What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Anybody can corroborate with that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Makes sense. You were meditating? Really?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my
gonna go
role
talk
in
to that
The
person.
Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should. I'll answer whatever you wish.
All right, speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Did you know Helen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way. Unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
That'd have been too flattering, always starring alongside a younger actress.
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me. I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
All right, I got nothing else to talk to you about.